The Fisherman and His Wife. There once was a fisherman who lived with his wife in a small, messy hut close by the seaside. The fisherman used to go fishing all day long. One day, he sat on the shore with his rod, looking at the sparkling waves and watching his line. Suddenly, his float was pulled deep into the water. When he pulled it up, he saw a big fish. But the fish said, "Please let me live. I'm not a real fish. I'm an enchanted prince. Put me back in the water and let me go." "Oh, really?" said the man. "I don't need to hear any more. I don't want anything to do with a talking fish. So swim away, sir, as fast as you can." Then he put him back into the water. The fish swam straight down to the bottom and disappeared into the waves. When the fisherman went home to his wife in the hut, he told her how he had caught a big fish. He said that the fish told him it was an enchanted prince. Because it could talk, he had let it go again. "Didn't you ask it for anything?" "We live so poorly here, in this nasty, dirty hut. Go back and tell the fish we want a cozy little cottage." The fisherman didn't really want to, but he went to the seashore. When he got there, the water looked all yellow and green. He stood at the water's edge and said, "Go, fish of the sea, listen to me. My wife Ilsabill wants what she wants, and she sent me to ask a favor of you." Then the fish came swimming to him and said, "Well, what does she want? What does your wife wish for?" "Ah," said the fisherman, "she says that when I caught you, I should have asked you for something before letting you go. She doesn't like living in the hut anymore and wants a cozy little cottage." "Go home then," said the fish. "She's in the cottage already." So the man went home and saw his wife standing at the door of a nice, neat little cottage. Come in," she said. "Isn't this much better than the messy hut we had?" And there was a living room, a bedroom, and a kitchen. Behind the cottage, there was a little garden with all sorts of flowers and fruits. There was a courtyard behind, full of ducks and chickens. "Ah," said the fisherman, "how happily we will live now." "We will try to," said his wife. Everything was fine for a week or two, and then Ilsabill said, "Husband, there isn't nearly enough room for us in this cottage. The courtyard and garden are much too small. I would like to have a large stone castle to live in. Go to the fish again and tell him to give us a castle." "Wife," said the fisherman, "I don't want to go to him again. Maybe he will be unhappy. We should be happy with this pretty cottage." "Nonsense," said the wife. "He will do it very willingly, I know. Go and try." The fisherman went, but he felt very sad. When he came to the sea, it looked blue and gloomy, even though it was very calm. He went close to the edge of the waves and said, "O fish of the sea, listen to me. My wife Ilsabill wants what she wants, and she sent me to ask a favor of you." "Well, what does she want now?" said the fish. "Ah," said the man sadly, "my wife wants to live in a stone castle." "Go home then," said the fish. "She is standing at the gate of it already." So away went the fisherman and found his wife standing before the gate of a great castle. "See," she said, "isn't this wonderful?" They went into the castle together. They found many servants there, and the rooms were all beautifully decorated, with golden chairs and tables. Behind the castle was a garden, and around it was a park full of sheep, goats, hares, and deer. In the courtyard were stables and barns. "Well," said the man, "now we will live cheerfully and happily in this beautiful castle for the rest of our lives." "Maybe we will," said the wife, "but let's sleep on it before we decide." So they went to bed. The morning, when Ilsabill woke up, it was bright daylight. She nudged the fisherman with her elbow and said, "Get up, husband, and get moving, for we must be king of all the land." Wife," said the man, "why should we want to be king? I will not be king." Then I will, she said. But wife, said the fisherman, how can you be king? The fish can't make you a king. Husband, she said, say no more about it, but go and try. I will be king. So the man went away, very sad to think that his wife wanted to be king. This time, the sea looked a dark gray color, and it was covered with curling waves and foam. He called out, "O fish of the sea, listen to me. My wife Ilsabill wants what she wants, and she sent me to ask a favor of you." "Well, what does she want now?" said the fish. "Alas," said the poor man, "my wife wants to be king." "Go home," said the fish. "She is king already." Then the fisherman went home. As he came close to the palace, he saw many soldiers and heard the sound of drums and trumpets. When he went in, he saw his wife sitting on a throne of gold and diamonds, with a golden crown on her head. On each side of her stood 6 pretty ladies, each a head taller than the other. "Well, wife," said the fisherman, "are you king?" "Yes," she said, "I am king." And when he had looked at her for a long time, he said, "Ah, wife, what a fine thing it is to be king. Now we shall never have anything more to wish for." "I don't know about that," she said. "Never is a long time. I am king." "It is true, but I'm getting tired of that, and I think I would like to be emperor." "Alas, wife, why should you wish to be emperor?" said the fisherman. "Husband," she said, "go to the fish. I say I will be emperor." "Ah, wife," replied the fisherman, "the fish cannot make an emperor, I am sure, and I don't want to ask him for such a thing." "I am king," said Ilsabill, "and you are my subject. So go at once." So the fisherman was forced to go. He mumbled as he went along, "This will not be. It is too much to ask. The fish will be tired at last, and then we will be sorry." He soon came to the seashore. The water was quite black and gray, and a strong wind blew over the waves and rolled them about. But he went as near as he could to the water's edge and said, "O fish of the sea, listen to me. My wife Ilsabill wants what she wants, and she sent me to ask a favor of you." "What does she want now?" said the fish. "Ah," said the fisherman, "she wants to be emperor." "Go home," said the fish. "She is emperor already." So he went home again. As he came near, he saw his wife, Ilsabill, sitting on a very high throne made of solid gold, with a great crown on her head. On each side of her stood her guards and helpers in a row, each one smaller than the other, from the tallest giant down to a little dwarf no bigger than my finger. And before her stood princes and dukes and earls. The fisherman went up to her and said, "Wife, are you emperor?" "Yes," she said. "I am N." "Ah," said the man as he looked at her. "What a fine thing it is to be emperor." "Husband," she said, "why should we stop at being emperor? I will be pope next." "Oh, wife, wife," said he, "how can you be pope? There is only one pope at a time." "Husband," she said, "I will be pope this very day." "But," replied the husband, "the fish cannot make you pope." "What nonsense," she said. "If he can make an emperor, he can make a pope. Go and try him." So the fisherman went. But when he came to the shore, a strong wind was blowing, and the sea had big, choppy waves. The ships bobbed up and down nearby. In the middle of the sky, there was a little piece of blue, but towards the south, the sky looked stormy. The fisherman was very worried, and he felt his knees tremble a little. But still, he went down near to the shore and said, "O fish of the sea, listen to me. My wife Ilsabill wants what she wants, and she sent me to ask a favor of you." "What does she want now?" said the man. "Ah," said the fisherman, "my wife wants to be pope." "Go home," said the fish. "She is pope already." Then the fisherman went home and found Ilsabill sitting on a throne that was very, very high. She had 3 great crowns on her head, and around her stood all the important people of the church. And on each side of her were 2 rows of burning lights of all sizes, the greatest as large as the highest tower, and the least no larger than a little candle. "Wife," said the fisherman as he looked at all this, "are you Pope?" "Yes," she said, "I am Pope." "Well, wife," replied he, "it is a grand thing to be Pope. And now you must be happy, for you can be nothing greater." "I will think about that," said the wife. Then they went to bed. But Ilsabill could not sleep all night, thinking what she should be next. At last, as she was falling asleep, morning came and the sun rose. "Ha!" thought she, as she woke up and looked at it through the window. "After all, I cannot stop the sun." At this thought, she was very unhappy and woke her husband and said, "Husband, go to the fish and tell him I must be lord of the sun and moon." The fisherman was half asleep, but the thought worried him so much that he jumped and fell out of bed. "Alas, wife," said he, "can't you be happy with being Pope?" "No," she said, "I am very unhappy as long as the sun and moon rise without my permission. Go to the fish at once." Then the man went, feeling worried. As he was going down to the shore, a big storm arrived, so that the trees swayed and the ground rumbled, and all the sky became dark with storm clouds, and there was lightning and thunder. And you might have seen in the sea very big waves, like hills, with crowns of white foam upon their heads. The fisherman crept towards the sea and cried out, as well as he could, "Oh, fish of the sea, listen to me. My wife Ilsabill wants what she wants, and she sent me to ask a favor of you." "What does she want now?" said the fish. "Ah," said he, "she wants to be lord of the sun and moon." "Go home," said the fish, "to your small, messy hut again." And there they live to this very day.